There is data everywhere. Data being everywhere, that means that it's available for new kinds of applications that you can predict what's going to happen, which is about getting hidden information that you didn't know about before, now in real time.
Right now is the best time in the history of the world to start a meaningful and enduring technology company.
On day one, all of our companies can be global. It completely changes the sort of opportunity.
Why did you want LeWeb in London?
London needs to claim its rightful place as the heart of the European ecosystem, and you were doing too good a job for Paris.
The world is not just about Silicon Valley. The world is not just about the United States.
Turns out if you try to solve big problems, there will always be funding behind you. There will always be people willing to work for you. There will always be an audience for your product.
There is a massive shift in geopolitical power, from hierarchies to citizens and networks of citizens. And this shift in power is being facilitated by connection technologies.
The medium of telling stories or communicating or touching people's lives or inspiring them, I love. Everything that I do is really driven purely and only by creative ideas. And if they're good enough, then they make money.
Anticipation has traditionally been very difficult for companies to do in the technology space. But if you listen carefully to the technologists that have been on stage today, they're talking about how to map this information, how to make sense of it, and eventually put it together and start to anticipate and be faster than real time.
You find out if anyone actually wants what you're making, and you find out if people are actually willing to pay for what you're making, which is pretty much the most important things that you could learn as an early startup.
Those companies that get it right not only will, but have already had a massive economic advantage relative to their competitors.
We've sold something like 1.8 million products, and so it counts up to about 3.4 products per minute since we started.
From 0 to $10 million on Kickstarter, how long did it take?
30 days. Yeah.
Chad started YouTube, a company that sold for $1.6 billion. One of the first stories I ever broke on TechCrunch, by the way. That was fun. And Nicholas, he sold Skype 3 times.
Internet is not just about transaction. It's a media, and you can use those media to attract. Pinterest is about really connecting the interests of the people.
You can look at ideas, oh, fantastic, maybe not, maybe it's stupid, maybe it's great, you don't know, you have to try it. With Skype, it's like, would anyone really want to sit in front of a computer with a headset and speak? We didn't know, we had to try.
We are actively looking for startups that can help us better connect with our consumers.
If it helps us delighting our customers, would work with any startup.
Simply blip it, and it jumps to life with a real-time recipe book that you can scroll through.
You know, when I meet with entrepreneurs and I'm hanging out and I'm having coffee and I'm hearing about these awesome ideas, it never feels like work. It's a great way to spend your time.
As an entrepreneur, we need to realize that there's a much bigger world outside of US with very little competition.
Just leveraging multiple offices worldwide, we think will give us an advantage.
London is a lot like LeWeb right now. It's full of energy, it's full of ideas.
When you're ready to go to the other markets, this is the place where you can really drive into those other markets.
It's been an honor and a pleasure to be able to provide all this platform for success. We hope 50 countries, 1,300 participants, 600 startups.
Just build something you love, and if you make it great for yourself, chances are there's another 1 billion people that will also love it, and because of the way the world is set up right now, that 1 billion people can download it and start using it and start paying you the next day.
It's really fun to see this happening overseas and seeing the ecosystem growing, and I think the fact that you had 600 entries into this is something that really inspires me. You know, can entrepreneurship happen outside of Silicon Valley? And I think the answer is definitively yes. And the question is, you know, when and in what way do we start seeing Googles coming out of different places?